Okay. All right, guys. So here we are. I have answered some of your requests for more information on this Toyota Estima. Really great questions coming in from the viewers who've watched the video and some people that have seen it listed on Facebook Marketplace. This is a turbo diesel, so we're just clarifying that with you. That is the sound that a turbo diesel makes. The video that I showed you when I was taking the video in front of the barn, you'll hear the car in great detail. But a lot of folks asked if they could see the dashboard and what the dashboard looked like in the startup procedure. And because this car does have what's called a grid heater, and that is the part of starting a diesel vehicle. So we'll show you how that looks and how that works. And you can also see the RPM when it's idling. Had a lot of folks asked about that. And then they also asked if they could go on a ride with us. So we'll take it for a little ride around the neighborhood, and so they can hear it running and kind of get an understanding for how driving it is on a right-hand drive vehicle. We understand due to the CDC guidelines right now that it's hard for people to come out and actually look at the car. So we're gonna try to give you guys a virtual test drive, okay? So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and start the car so that you can see what the gauges look like and hear what it sounds like to start this vehicle. All right, so we're gonna go ahead right now and you can hear the, so there's our light ups. Those are our gauges being lit up. All right. Now you're gonna see that the lights that are up they're gonna be the door open warning light on the far left, the parking brake light, because in fact the parking brake is on. You'll see that the parking brake does go off. And of course the seatbelt warning right there. And you'll see that the vehicle does idle at about 480 RPM. So it is a very low idling vehicle because this is a diesel. You will see that the dashboard is all in kilometers. And you'll see that the gas gauge is on the left-hand side, currently showing 3/4 of a tank. And you'll also see that the tripometer and the odometer are reading in kilometers as well. Of course, the car is cold, and you can see that based on the temperature gauge on the right-hand side. I know people want to make sure the car is cold when we start it, so they can see how easily it starts, even when the car is ice cold. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and get ready for a little demo ride. Renee's going to go ahead and move over to the passenger side of the vehicle, and I'll take the driver's seat. Excellent. While she's putting her seatbelt on, I'm going to go ahead and show you the binnacle. And so here on the dashboard, you can see that it has a graduated line for the temperature inside the vehicle and also the speed of the fan. It also has the setting for recirculate or fresh air. It also has an auto setting, so you can go ahead and put it on auto. I'll hit auto right now, and it will go ahead and aim for the target that you're going for in whatever setting you're in. So we're currently on floor. I can switch it to front defrost, and you'll hear the idle go up, and now you hear the fan starting. So the fan's now blowing on us in the defrost mode. There's also defrost and floor, and you can hear that it goes and cycles through all these things just like it should, okay? We're gonna go ahead and turn it off for the time being just because we don't need to have it on today, okay? You'll also see the button over here that says Sonar, and that's because this vehicle does in fact have 4 corners sonar. So if you take a look, when I press this button, you look right here on the dashboard, you're gonna see that the sonar is 4 corners, and it will give you a auditory signal that increases and beeps, and it also illuminates what corner or front or rear is at risk of hitting an object. This is the factory standard Toyota head unit, and it does operate with cassettes, and it does have a cup holder that slides out above it as such. All right, a little storage area there. This is the cold and hot box. We had a lot of questions about that. If I put it on cool, it actually does cool the box. If I put it on hot, it heats the box. It's also a great place to store things while you're not cooling or heating anything. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and take a little drive right now. Parking brake is under your right knee, so that is something that is odd for most people. They're not used to that parking brake being not on the left hand, but instead being by your right knee. That's the buzzer you'll hear when you put the car in reverse. And we're gonna go ahead and take a little lap of the neighborhood. right, here we go. Now this is a diesel, so I like to shift it below 2,000 RPM. There's a little light on the dashboard that lights up to tell you when the turbo is on, which I think is hilarious. So the turbo is not currently on, but if I put my foot down, the turbo light lights right up. Super easy. Yeah. Turn signal is on the right hand as opposed to the left hand, which most people who drive a right-hand drive vehicle for the first time will mess that up. And it's okay, that's to be expected. It's no big deal. We're going down a very, very bumpy street so that you can hear that this car does not have any crazy big rattles, creaks, or groans, or anything else. It is all-wheel drive, so there is no button or lever to turn on the four-wheel drive. It is all-time all-wheel drive, which is the system, the same system that the American Previas got. Same exact system, the difference being that the Americans, the Previa has a little bit of a wider body. I did look it up, and a lot of the parts are interchangeable between the Estima and the Previa. I know that people were concerned about suspension components, and all those things appear to be absolutely translatable between the Previa and the Estima. The biggest difference is, of course, this has a turbo diesel engine, and that turbo diesel engine was never available on the American cars. Okay, we're going to go through this road construction right now, and it's all, you know, it's gravel and it's deep, and they dug a pit over here, but we're going to see that the car has no crazy noises or anything strange about that. Driving on the right-hand side of the car, you are going to remember that there is a car to your left. You know, you have more car to your left than you're used to. So that is something we want just people to be aware of. Construction here. That's third gear, so you know we're only going at about not even 20 miles an hour, and we're in third gear, and the car isn't surging or lugging or having any problems. It's just driving the way it should. Super duper easy. So you do not need to rev this car out. Because of the turbo diesel motor, it has a substantial amount of torque down low that allows you to do things like, I'm going barely 5 miles per hour, I'm in second gear, and this thing is pulling just like it's happy doing it. So yeah, that's where the turbo diesel's really fun compared to the gas engine, is the amount of available torque down low. You'll notice there's no brake pull, there's no brake fade. It's really, really just, this vehicle has 180 kilometers on it, 180,000 kilometers, 181,074, but you'll see that it does. It's not pulling. We're going straight, shifting through the gears. It's not pulling. And then if I did want to use the brakes, I'll go ahead and use the brakes right now. You can see that it's not pulling for the brakes either. So it is a very well-maintained vehicle. And of course, as you know with Toyotas, especially Toyota diesels, it is not uncommon to get 500,000 miles out of them. And this car right now has about 112,000 miles on it, okay? Perfect road to do a test on, because I'm in fourth gear going 25 miles per hour on an incredibly bumpy road, and the car's very happy with it. So that's excellent. So we really, really enjoy that. So if you guys have any questions, remember to get in touch with us. You can reach us directly, phil@clevelandmoto.com. You can also get in touch with us with our phone number, 216-795-5580. Remember to subscribe to this channel to get these constant updates that we put out. If you have any other questions, hit me in the comment block or email me directly, phil@clevelandmoto.com. I'll be happy to get you any information you need. Remember, folks, ride fast and take chances.